There will never be another Marshawn Lynch. Big shout out to Blitz for the video about to react to, man. Marshawn is different. I'm excited for this.
Marshawn Lynch was chaos. Beast mode turned routine runs into highlight reel plays, left defenders on the ground, and triggered a literal earthquake. Lynch never had much to say in interviews. He let his game do all the talking. However, in the biggest moment of his career, the Seahawks didn't put the ball in his hands. So, how good was Marshawn Lynch actually? At Oakland Tech High School, Lynch ran for over 1,700 yards and 23 touchdowns his senior year alone. And that was while also playing defensive back, kick returner, and occasionally even quarterback. Coaches knew he was different.
You don't want people to let him down.
He played QB?
It's hard to get inside that zone with him. If you can get in that little zone and that little shell, you're good. He'll love you for the rest of your life. But if you let him down, he holds grudges.
Teammates couldn't believe what they were seeing, and recruiters were lining up from all over the country. But the five-star number 2 running back in the nation decided to keep it close to home, choosing to stay in the Bay Area and commit to the University of California, Berkeley. As a true freshman, he wasn't even the starting running back, but that didn't stop him from averaging 8.8 yards per carry on limited touches. And by his sophomore year, he was the guy. Lynch racked up 1,246 rushing yards, helped Cal finish with 10 wins, and proved he could carry an offense on his back, just like he did in high school. But it was his junior year that the legend of beast mode truly began. That year, he ran for 1,356 yards and 11 touchdowns, while also putting up 328 receiving yards. Lynch led Cal to a share of the Pac-10 title, and he was named Pac-10 Offensive Player of the Year. But stats alone don't capture the way Marshawn played. He ran through defenders like they owed him money. He dragged piles. He stiff-armed cornerbacks into another zip code. And in one of his most legendary college football moments, he stole the injury cart and joyroded around the field after a game-winning overtime touchdown. He had all the swagger, all the game, and more importantly, he was ready for the NFL. So come draft night, Marshawn didn't have to wait long. With the 12th overall pick, the Buffalo Bills called his name.
With the 12th pick in the 2007 NFL Draft, the Buffalo Bills select Marshawn Lynch,
he played for
University
the
of
Bills.
California.
They were fresh off a disappointing season and needed a new face for the franchise, someone who could carry the load after the departure of Willis McGahee. But here's the thing. Buffalo wasn't Oakland. It wasn't California. It wasn't even close. Marshawn, a West Coast kid through and through, landed in a city where it snowed like crazy, the media was intense, and the people were, well, a little different.
What's up? We're gonna go celebrate all the shit. All right, we go down to a bar, and they had a Confederate flag hanging there. I'm like, damn, what kind of American flag is this? That's Confederate flag. What is that? So I'm trying to, hey, let me get some Hennessy. They looking at me like.
Still, he came out.
Hey, look, I'm gonna say this quick so I don't gotta keep pausing it because I gotta let y'all know. Me and Marshawn, we linked up before, but we did some content together in Malibu, California a couple years ago. And bro, let's just say me and my boy, we was taking shots of the Henny. I gave him some Skittles. We was playing the game. It was super lit, bro. He was showing me some West Coast music. He's a really cool dude, bro. You know what I'm saying? That was just dope for me as a kid. I used to watch him growing up. I literally watched the game that he created, the earthquake, like live. Like I watched that at my friend's house. They were Saints fans, and it was crazy to see. And yo, just to think like, yo, he is a legend. And I got to hang out with him and drink some shots of Henny and talk. Man, that was cool, man. He was a really cool dude. Gave me some good life advice too.
Swing in his rookie season. In his very first NFL game, he ran for over 90 yards and a touchdown. By midseason, it was clear. This rookie wasn't normal. He had the vision to hit cutbacks, the strength to shed linebackers, and the toughness to take 20-plus carries a game without slowing down. In Week 10 against the Bengals, he dropped a 153-yard, 1-touchdown performance, and even threw a 16-yard touchdown pass on top of it. Just a week later, Marshawn suffered an ankle injury that kept him out for 3 games. However, that just makes his season stats all the more wild. Over 250 touches, 1,115 rushing yards, and 7 total touchdowns. Only Adrian Peterson outrushed him among rookies that year. He let his play do all the talking. While other young stars chased headlines, Marshawn kept a low profile. He wasn't flashy in the media, but on the field, he was quietly becoming one of the most dominant backs in football. Heading into the 2008 season, Buffalo's offense was all over the place. The O-line was shaky, and the passing game was inconsistent at best. But even with teams game planning around him, Marshawn still racked up over 1,000 rushing yards for the second straight season, finishing with 1,036 yards and 9 total touchdowns. That made him just the 3rd player in Bills history to start his career with back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, joining legends Joe Cribbs and Thurman Thomas. And the league started to take notice as Lynch earned his first Pro Bowl selection. But
Nice.
despite that, the cracks were starting to show. The Bills finished 7-9 after starting 5-1, and Marshawn's frustration grew. Off the field, trouble
Damn, y'all lost like 8 straight games? Damn.
was brewing too. In June 2008, he was involved in a hit-and-run incident that led to a misdemeanor charge and the NFL taking a closer look at his behavior.
New York police have subpoenaed 3 players with the Buffalo Bills to testify about a hit-and-run accident involving running back Marshawn Lynch's SUV.
Don't snitch.
Police spent about 90 minutes at the team's practice facility trying to get players to talk to them, but say no one is being very cooperative.
And before the 2009 season, things continued to get worse. In March, Lynch was suspended for the first 3 games of the season after pleading guilty to a weapons charge.
He expected to get suspended for some time for the upcoming regular season, and that prophecy became reality Thursday as the league announced he has received a 3-game sit-down for 2009.
That gave another Bills running back, Fred Jackson, a chance to take
That boy's
over.
a dog.
And Jackson balled out. And by the time Marshawn returned in Week 4, the dynamic had shifted. Fred Jackson had won over the locker room, the coaching staff, and the fans. And while Lynch still got touches, he never quite got his job back. He was still powerful, still hard to tackle, still respected. But Buffalo didn't seem interested in building around him anymore.
Damn.
So when the Seattle Seahawks called on October 5th, 2010, they were quick to pick up the phone. The Bills sent Lynch to Seattle for just a 4th and 5th round pick.
After a couple of weeks of rumors, the Buffalo Bills have finally found a home for Marshawn Lynch. The Runners headed
For a 4th and 5th round pick, that's disrespectful as some. Yo, that's crazy.
across the country, and he's going to be handling the chances in Seattle.
Pete Carroll was building a young, scrappy, physical team, and Marshawn fit that identity like a glove. His first few games with the Seahawks were solid but quiet. He wasn't dropping 150-yard stat lines yet, but behind the scenes, something was brewing. He was running angry again, running with purpose, and more importantly, Seattle embraced the chaos that came with Marshawn. The media shyness, the grills, the way he was unapologetically himself. Seattle didn't care. They wanted the bruising downhill back who could run through a brick wall. And despite finishing 7-9 in 2010, the Seahawks still made the playoffs thanks to a terrible NFC West. And in Lynch's first postseason game ever, everything changed.
Crowd silent now, as opposed to when the Saints have the ball. Oh, look at this run!
Bro, I'm telling you, I watched this live. I literally watched this at my friend's house. They were Saints fans, bro. This is great. Hold my nuts. Hold my nuts.
This wasn't just beast mode.
Crazy.
This was a beast quake, because Seattle fans went so crazy, they generated enough noise to register on the Richter scale. Marshawn Lynch had finally found his home, and the rest of the league had no idea what was coming. In 2011, Marshawn finished with 1,204 rushing yards, 12 rushing touchdowns, and an 11-game touchdown streak. Every
Wow.
week, Lynch was must-see TV. Stiff arms into the dirt, Skittles, celebrations on the sideline.
Sir.
Ever since high school, Marshawn Lynch's mom always gave him a pack of Skittles that he eats during the game after touchdowns. Well, there you go.
Or an explosive run that left defenders grabbing air. The Seahawks weren't great yet, and they finished 7-9 for a second year in a row, but you could feel something coming. And in 2012, their push over the hump came in the form of rookie quarterback Russell Wilson.
With the 75th pick in the 2012 NFL Draft, the Seattle Seahawks select Russell Wilson, quarterback, Wisconsin.
But while Wilson brought excitement, Marshawn was still the engine of the team, and that engine was roaring. Lynch racked up 1,590 rushing yards, 11 rushing touchdowns, an all-pro first team, and a career high.
Like, who's better? Who's a better running back than Marshawn? I don't know. I mean, Saquon. I mean, there is a lot of great running backs. I'm tripping. Never mind. Christian McCaffrey. Yeah, there's a lot of great running backs. I want to compare all of their stats. I'm curious.
5.0 yards per carry. He had 10 games with over 100 rushing yards, and his bruising style wore down defenses week after week. And Seattle, they were starting to look scary. Their defense, the Legion of Boom, was maturing into one of the best in football. So, unsurprisingly, the Seahawks finished 11-5 and earned a wild card spot. In the playoffs, Lynch took his game to another level, rushing for 132 yards and a touchdown in a comeback win against Washington before Seattle suffered a narrow loss to Atlanta. But finally, the Seahawks had a winning season and showed that they were for real in the postseason. And if there was any doubt, they quickly cleared that up in the 2013 season. Seattle won their division for the first time since 2007, finishing 13-3 behind a smothering defense and a bruising offense built around none other than beast mode. Wilson made plays, but Marshawn won games. When they needed a clock chewer, he delivered. When they needed a big run on 3rd and short, he bullied through it. And when they needed someone to carry the load in bad weather or hostile stadiums, it was always the same guy, number 24. In the divisional round against the Saints, Lynch had 140 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. Then, just a week later in the conference championship, he put up 109 rushing yards against the Niners. And Marshawn Lynch and the Seattle Seahawks were headed to the Super Bowl. And while Lynch played
Have they ever played the Bills? Has he ever played against his old team?
well, scoring a touchdown, it was the Legion of Boom that stole the show, forcing a safety, 4 turnovers, including a pick 6 by Malcolm Smith, and holding Peyton Manning's high-powered offense to just 1 touchdown in a 43-8 blowout. And when the confetti fell, Beast Mode was a Super Bowl champ. And you didn't have to be a Seahawks fan to love Beast Mode. He was the walking embodiment of everything fans.
Oh, he had a Super Bowl ring? So whenever they did that thing where they didn't throw him the ball, that would have been his 2nd ring. Oh.
Loved about football. Violent, physical, no-nonsense running, mixed with just enough swagger to keep things fun. And in 2014, Marshawn gave us the full experience. He finished the season with 1,306 rushing yards, a career-high 13 rushing touchdowns, plus 4 receiving TDs. And he even gave us a little Beast Quake 2.0 action in Week 16 against the Cardinals, where the NFL fined him for grabbing his crotch during his celebration. But while the highlights were electric, it was the postseason where things hit legendary status yet again. In the NFC Championship against the Packers, Seattle was down big. But Marshawn sparked the comeback, blasting off a 24-yard go-ahead touchdown late in the 4th. Seattle eventually won in overtime, and they were headed back to the Super Bowl for the 2nd straight year. This time, they would have to face Tom Brady's Patriots. And in all the Super Bowl week media festivities, Marshawn stole the show in a way only he can, by doing a press conference where he said, well, nothing, except for one now famous line.
I'm here so I won't get fined. I'm here so I won't get fined. I'm here so I won't get fined. I'm just here so I won't get fined.
Yo, that man was not playing, bro.
So I won't get fined.
The Seahawks were trying to go back-to-back. Late in the 4th quarter, down 28-24, Seattle was driving. Russell Wilson hit Jermaine Kearse on a Miracle Circus catch to get to the 5-yard line. Lynch had already rushed for 102 bruising yards and a touchdown. All he needed was one more carry, one more yard. The game and a 2nd ring was right there. But the Seahawks didn't give it to him. Maybe they were trying to catch the defense off guard. Maybe they didn't like the look the defense was giving them. Some believe it was about spreading credit, letting Wilson be the hero instead of Marshawn. Whatever the reason, they took the ball out of the hands of the most dominant short yardage back in the NFL, in the biggest moment of the season.
You see the
Yeah, that was the stupidest thing ever. I'm like, bro, what the So Tom Brady kind of got a free ring on that one, gang. I ain't gonna lie.
reaction from everybody, and then as I'm going back to the sideline, and as I hear this, I take my helmet off and I go right to Pete Carroll's face, and I'm talking about I hit his with the biggest. You laughed in his face?
But you could tell it hurt him. That moment shook the locker room. The team lost its edge, and Marshawn's relationship with the organization was never quite the same. By 2015, the wear and tear started to have an impact on his body. He dealt with back issues in Week 3. Then came hamstring problems. Then a sports hernia that required surgery in late November. In total, he played just 7 games, and the following season, he was done. And true to form, he didn't announce his retirement with a big press conference. No. Marshawn being Marshawn, he posted a photo on Twitter during the Super Bowl of his cleats hanging from a power line. No caption, no explanation, just a peace sign emoji. That was it. Beast Mode was gone. Or so we thought. In April 2017, word broke that Lynch was coming out of retirement. But not just for any team. He was coming back for his hometown Oakland Raiders. At age 31, a year away from football, expectations were mixed. Was he still Beast Mode, or was this just a nostalgia act? Turns out he still had plenty of gas in the tank. Marshawn played in 15 games, racked up 891 rushing yards, 7 touchdowns, 4.3 yards per carry. And just like old times, he brought the fire. He still trucked defenders. He still stiff-armed linebackers. And he even gave us a little show on the sideline.
Hey.
But 2017 wasn't smooth sailing for the Raiders. After a surprise 12-win season in 2016, the team collapsed to 6-10. The offense was inconsistent. Derek Carr battled injuries, and head coach Jack Del Rio was fired after the season. A year later, injuries once again came back to bite. In Week 6 against the Seahawks, ironically his former team, Marshawn suffered a groin injury that just wouldn't heal. He was placed on injured reserve, ending his season early. And with the Raiders set to move to Las Vegas the next year, this was officially the end for Marshawn, right? Well, after not playing football for over a year, Marshawn got a call. In Week 16, both of Seattle's top running backs, Chris Carson and C.J. Prosise, went down with season-ending injuries. And this was a team that was flying high. Russell Wilson was playing at an MVP level, and the team was gearing up for another deep playoff run. But the Seahawks were out of options. They needed someone who knew the playbook, someone who could handle the moment, someone the locker room believed in. Enter Beast Mode.
Really?
The
He
whole
came back
city
again?
lit up. Didn't matter that he was 33. Didn't matter that he hadn't played in a while. Marshawn brought something different. A vibe, a toughness, a belief. In his first game back, he scored a touchdown that made Seattle go crazy. In the wildcard game against the Eagles, he bulldozed his way into the end zone. And in the post-game press conference, instead of the usual Beast Mode silence, he dropped one of the most unexpectedly thoughtful moments of his career.
So while y'all at it right now, take care of y'all bodies, you know what I mean? Don't take care of y'all chicken. You feel me? Don't take care of y'all mentals.
Basically, a message for younger players to protect their health and their wealth. Unfortunately, the divisional round game against the Packers the following week would end up being Lynch's final NFL appearance. And once again, there was no parade, no big announcement, he just walked off. And if you look at the numbers, Marshawn had a great career. 10,413 rushing yards, 85 rushing touchdowns, 5 Pro Bowls, 1 Super Bowl ring. But if you stop there, you've completely missed the point. He brought a rare energy to the field, a controlled chaos. Every time he touched the ball, it felt like something violent and beautiful was about to happen. He ran through defenders. He set the tone. He imposed his will. Many argue his legacy would have been greater if the Seahawks ran instead of thrown on the 1-yard line, and Marshawn had that second Super Bowl ring. But here's the thing. That play didn't tarnish his legacy. If anything, made it stronger. Because everyone knew if they had handed it to Marshawn Lynch, they would have won that game. He meant business on the football field. And he does in real life too. He now has business ventures ranging from his Beast Mode apparel line to co-owning the Seattle Kraken and Bay Area Panthers, plus investments in cannabis, a food restaurant in Oakland, a film production company, and he's even appeared in 2 movies. That's Beast Mode. And if you enjoyed this,
shout out to him, bro. You see that I don't know if y'all watch me like on my main channel, but I play IFL pro football. I played for the Tulsa Oilers last year, and the year before that, the Frisco Fighters. He owns the Bay Area Panthers. We actually played the Bay Area Panthers. We played against them, bro.
Hey man, we are here, bro, in Cali, bro, the Bay Area, bro, and this is my first time, as you guys saw earlier, what the away jerseys look like, bro. We ready to get out of it, just like for me personally.
Literally, this is Marshawn Lynch owns this team, bro, and we played against them and they beat us, man. I'm not gonna lie, the Bay Area Panthers beat us. You know what I'm saying? Crazy, man. What a time, bro. That was fun, man. That was a fun time, man, doing that football stuff, man. Kind of miss it, bro. But hey, man, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the love and support. Make sure you always put God first. Remember that you are chosen, so move like it. I'll see y'all on the next one. It's your boy Eli Mack. Gang, gang.